intro music. Yeah! Woohoo!
Welcome back, Star Trek Fleet Command fans, and today we're going to take a little bit of a slightly deeper dive into the new forbidden technologies now that they're supposedly working. If you missed it, there was an update that you need to download in your game today, whether it's PC, Mac, iPhone, Android, wherever you're at. You go ahead and download the update, which hopefully will give you everything you need to play this without constant crashing and explosions and just badness, because that's kind of what it was all day yesterday since launch. I've talked to the community manager, Eco, and talked to a couple of the dev team, and this should have everything for the most part resolved. If it is not resolved for you, I want to encourage you to put in a ticket. The reason putting in tickets is so important is not so you can get generic messages from the customer support bot, but so that they can take your information and, more importantly, find one, what device you're on, what operating system you're on, and see if they can pinpoint if there's a problem for that type of issue. But we're going to talk about the forbidden technologies today. But before we do that, we got to give a shout out to our sponsor, which is Amazon and Amazon Coins. So let's roll the beautiful bean footage.
And now, a word from our sponsors.
Hey everybody, this video is sponsored by Amazon Coins in the Amazon App Store. And if you play Star Trek Fleet Command, which I know you do because you're here, well then you're always looking to find a way to save. Like maybe you actually want to upgrade these buildings right here, or you just want to maybe get a new dock or unlock that Voyager. Well, to do so, let's go to Amazon and save some money. All you got to do is have an Android device or Huawei, or download the Amazon web store, and then you can use the Amazon coins to save. And it's not hard at all to do. All you gotta do is use the link in the description of my video down below so you can get you your own Amazon coins, purchase the coins through the App Store or through Amazon itself, and then save on the games that you're already playing. That's simple to enjoy this game that we love so much. That's it, and it's available in so many countries, including the United States. So get your savings on, enjoy Amazon coins today. Again, shout out to Amazon Coins for sponsoring today's video. And I want to talk about these forbidden technologies in a little bit more detail. You can see I've got the transphasic torpedo attached to my pylon, and I'd like to say that I saw a difference when using it. Now, what I did last night was actually run through and do one I've been doing every day, of course, my new dailies, but also ran through and did some Jem'Hadar battleships you can see here. So let me do this. Look at the 53 that we fought. You can see using the pylon as my primary ship, and you can just kind of take a notice of its damage. I'm not using a, isolytic here, but in general, my pylon putting out good damage, a little bit more than it was before, and that's without using any exocomps. Now, I've not done a ton of upgrading with this FT. In fact, I've just done a little bit. I've taken it to level 5 because it's only a tier 1. I've not got enough shards to take it any higher. I do want to remind y'all to be very careful when applying these, because there is an unequipped cost that will cost a currency that you need to actually unlock the ability to use the forbidden technologies on whatever ship that you're trying to use them on. So be very careful with that. So if you go to our upgrade menu, you can see that if we tier up, we can get more abilities down here and then scale those abilities up. Now, at the moment, these are not in STFC.space, so we don't have a full list of what they actually scale to. You see at level 5, tier 1, you see I have a max of 6 tiers. I'm getting a 30% bonus, but this will increase dramatically as you get more and more of the currencies and the researches, etc., to upgrade them. Now, you can see here that we have 3 currencies at the top of our screen. That's because at whatever stage you may be at, you're going to be asked to use a couple of those currencies to upgrade. And something to keep a note of that a lot of people don't like, and I mentioned this slightly in a previous video, there is a chance of failure here, meaning you will lose all these currencies if you do not tier up. The higher up you tier, the bigger chance you have of failure. Now, there is a built-in technique or a built-in mechanic to try to help that called Q's Benevolence. Your upgrade chances increase after unsuccessful attempts. So if you had a 70% chance and you continue to fail, maybe you get a now plus 10. We want to back out real quick and show you a red matter one. This is one that we've had a spender who was invested in and sadly lost $100 because they went to upgrade, had a 50% upgrade rate and failed. Now, I'm not here to, judge them. Spend your money however you want to, but this is a mechanic that can quite literally cost you money, and that is something that maybe you want to consider before investing in. There's one thing to get an instant unlock, which I do want to give a positive shout out to. if you go to your store, maybe use those Amazon coins we were just talking about. If you go to your store, there is a $10 one available here. I always love to give credit to lower price point items. Now, this particular one is not the strongest, but it is going to give you a direct whole health and shield health bonus. And what I particularly like about a lot of these is if you are a newer player or a mid-level player in this game, let's say you've not been playing 4.5 years like Rev and a lot of others. If you're getting into field training, field training too, but Forbidden Technologies now in the 20s, 30s, it starts at level 19. These actually make a pretty nice impact in your gameplay, where for some of us, getting 5, 30, or 100% doesn't feel like a lot. For a lot of players, it can. For us in the 40s and 50s, or even level 60, you're going to want to get them to like tier 3, tier 4 before you really feel like they're doing a lot, but that's okay. I think for a lot of players, you're going to see a big difference once you unlock them, and now that it's safe to unlock them, do that at your own risk. Way Scopely is around here. Do it at your own risk. Now that it's safe to unlock them, you can actually find a little bit of value through going through them. But back to the one that I've already done in my upgrade here. You can see eventually I'm going to get a boost to armor piercing, shield piercing, and actually for armadas, and this is focusing on group armadas. Now there is one for solo armadas. The ones that y'all end up focusing on really are dependent upon, one, completing your Q's trials, and two, what is available in your refinery. Now, in a refinery right now, if you have a free-to-play player going through it at this point of the video being made, which is July 6th, the only two that you can pull are the ablative armor and the Orion seismic charges. It should be noted that these are commons, and there are rarity levels here, and that is important because the better the rarity, the better the performance. You look up here at the Metreon Cascade, for example, 100% starting at tier 1 increase of damage to hostiles. And this is one that is sourcing through the Q's trials themselves. If you'll notice, is at the very top of all the Q's trials you've done so far. And if you move over to the ones that you will unlock at level 7, which free-to-play should be unlocking here relatively soon, you're going to have more opportunities to go after those as well. Just make sure you're doing your dailies, because the dailies are paying out the material needed to go through that process. So back into the Forbidden Tech. Let's go over ones that maybe you want to work on. You see, I am doing my refinery pool right now. You get 5 a day of the ablative armor. I'm actually really looking forward to it, or you can purchase it for $10 in an in-app purchase if you want to go that particular route. But I'm also really looking forward to some of the ones that they're already free-to-play sourcing, like the cloaking device. As you can see, damage when cloaked. Might not seem like a big deal, but for a long time we felt like cloaking really wasn't worth it. Something like this, stuck on a barrel, not only adds to the thematic of the game, like the lore of the game actually gets a little bit more juicy, but actually making these to where they actually have an impact. Also, the Metreon Cascade, but then you have these others that are also going to get added that are very interesting. For example, the Borg Alcove, which is specifically for the Voyager. I'm really kind of looking forward, because we talk about the Voyager needing to be more than a one-trick pony, right? Well, this is helping Voyager in general, because you notice it's helping with the rewards. It's helping the whole health of the Voyager, which is for everything, and criticals against hostiles. So really enforcing it as a PvE warrior. But even for you mining lovers out there, you have the Romulan mining laser for ore. You have the Klingon mining drill. And then you also have the Malon extractor just for cargo in general. So there are definitely some, artifacts here, or whatever we want to call these forbidden techs, which the field training and Forbidden Tech Moby NFT kind of throws my brain for a loop. But the forbidden techs here, whatever you want to use them as, do have some value for all types of players. And then, of course, you have the common tetracyanate, which is giving you a small mining boost. To me, not very cool, but it's mining, so I don't get really excited. And these are just the ones that have come out this month. More coming out. And this is really going to help push the longevity of some of these ships. Now, I'll put the transphasic torpedo on my pylon, but that's just an example. If I have something like the cloaking, that's going on my Burrell, and that actually makes me to where I might use my Burrell as I level this up. The Metreon Cascade Warhead, though, is going to be something that I really look forward to because of the critical hit chance versus hostiles. This is something that I want to unlock. So the basics of this is, one, pay attention to your refinery and the materials that you're using to upgrade, because there are a ton of these. You can see you need proto matters to try to get more of those emblem of assessments. You also need pro matter, though, to upgrade your actual forbidden techs. You need this currency to get more of the forbidden tech fusion rods, which you need the fusion rods to unlock the ability of a ship to have forbidden techs, as well as it costs these fusion rods to take them off of a boat. So pay attention to these. And then as you level up, you'll see more becoming available, including that Borg alcove that I told you I was looking forward to. And the Borg nano plating. I don't know how much y'all care about aesthetics, but I will say the Borg nano plating looks really neat. I've already gotten to see that one in a video being active, and it really looks cool when it's back there. But this is one for solo armadas, and y'all know I'm really big on solo armadas in the game right now. I think they're a fantastic feature. Couple other things I want to hit. This is kind of covering your basics of Forbidden Tech, but if you go in, remember we have an AMS going on right now for doing your mission keys. You get those online, but one cool thing is they've added multi-phasic credits right here to the mission key drop weekly if you're on the PC and everything. That is a awesome addition. Granted, it's a slow drop, but opening up the multi-phasics and finding more ways to get these out to players, I think is a positive. And of course, there's your mission key, so make sure you're doing that. And then I also want to mention that the calendar is out for this month. If you haven't looked at it already, we've got that in my Discord, and you can grab that graphic there. I posted it in the announcements channel. So if you're looking for that, find it there. I guess I could also put it in the Facebook. If you use the Facebook page, comment down below and let me know, and then I will apply it there. If nobody needs it, I don't want to just go post it for no daggum reason. But if you need it, there you go. We can put it there. And I think that about covers everything. Yeah. Calendar. Oh, compensation chest rolled out. And just to clarify for those on the compensation chest, the forbidden fusion rods were being given so that you could take those off of your ship if there were problems with the forbidden tech. Now that they're working, you should be completely all good. Hope this helps you out. If you have any questions at all, though, because this is a confusing month and with a really rough start off, did want to give them 48 hours to fix the issues. They seem to have done that, so I appreciate Scopely for doing that. If you have questions, though, drop in the comment section down below. Live long and plunder. Stay safe with our Space Cowboys. Deuces, that's me. Catch you on the next video. And wrap it up. We're out.
An even better outro than the intro. For the Empire and glory to your house.